Okay, everybody, we are talking everything stock awards and purchases today about eXp. So we're just going to go ahead and dive right in. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. If you have any questions, post them in the chat. And as people come in, I'll make sure to let them in as well. So I'm going to go ahead and share this. All right. So what you can see here, I've got our, let me make that a little bigger. Okay. So I've got our stock awards and purchases. So we're just going to kind of go through this. And the big thing is that we just want to make sure that you guys understand that there's multiple ways for agents to become shareholders in the company, and making sure, like, most people join this company and there's typically one thing that really brings them over, whether it's um, whether it's the splits or if it's the stock awards or it's the rev share. And today we're just going to really dive deeper along the stock awards and the purchases and how that's laid out. Because a lot of times when you're talking to agents and you're like, oh yeah, we get stock in the company. That's how we become shareholders in the company. So when people ask, you're like, eXp's one brokerage, we're all owners in the company. And someone goes, well, what does that mean? You say, well, they issue us stocks, and we can also purchase stocks, just like anybody can be a shareholder, can buy stocks on the open market on it's traded as EXPI on the NASDAQ. So, anybody can buy the stock. It is publicly traded, but the cool thing about being with EXP is that you do get it at a discount. We'll kind of go into that. And so let's just go ahead and jump right into some stock awards. So number one, $200 stock awarded for the first transaction closed each calendar year. So what does that mean? When you join eXp and you do one transaction, upon closing, you're going to get an email notification that you have been awarded stock, and you're going to go, oh man, that's awesome. So now I'm a shareholder in the company, and so they're going to issue $200 worth of stock, and that is based on that month's. I believe it's either the monthly average or it's the day, or it's that day that it's issued when you close that transaction, as to what the stock value is. As of trading today, this is September 29th. So let me look at it real quick. I will tell you the stock when I got in was trading at $8. And once my stock app decides to work, just like it doesn't want to, Gamma, let's try that again. Well, hold on. I'm gonna find it here shortly. EXPI stock. And it's trading at $11.26 today. So it's actually down 54 cents from yesterday. So at its peak before it split, it was actually trading at over $180. When we got in, it was $8. That was April of 2020. Just like the whole rest of the market, it went way up, it split, and then it's gone way back down. So really, it's split and it's at $11.26. If this were 2 years ago, this stock would be worth $22 and about almost 60 cents, 50 cents. So just something to kind of understand. You can follow EXPI on your iPhone or Fidelity, whichever one you use. So issuing $200 stock awards on your first transaction closed each calendar year. That's forever, as long as you're with the company. As long as you're closing a transaction each year, you are getting stock. Number two, $400 stock awarded for capping each anniversary year. So what does that mean? That means you're awarded $400 in stock when you hit your 16K cap. So you'll get a notification once they have verified that you've hit your cap. Then they will issue a $400 stock award each anniversary year that happens. So there's a little caveat to that. These stocks awards have a 3-year vesting period. So that's something to make sure you note. So that $400 is not like immediate access. It's not like, hey, here's $400 in stock, go pull it out. They're going to issue you $400, and that's going to be in there for, if you want to cash that out, it's going to take you 3 years to cash that out. That's what we call the vesting period. Number three is you get $400 stock awarded when an agent you have sponsored closes their first transaction. So this is really cool. Every time you bring on an agent, not only are you making rev share, but upon their first transaction, whenever they close, eXp is going to award you $400 in stock. So you're going to see those stock awards come up, and you're going to probably not know exactly where they came from. You can check your my eXp and look at your rev share and see who closed their latest transaction, and look at your rev share. You can see it there as well through your transactions. So you'll get $400 in stock, and the same thing, it's awarded at the price of that month. And so that's awarded each and every year, and that also has a 3-year vesting period. Number 4 is the Icon Agent Program. We did hit on this last week. If you want to check out last week's Level Up Mastermind, you have an opportunity to earn up to $16,000 cap back in stock awards. So that cap that you paid in, that's one of the beauties of eXp, is that you can get back that $16,000 in stock, and it's not a 3-year vesting period on all of it. And we can kind of go into that. So agents who have capped and paid in an additional $5K in cap transaction fees, that once you go to 100% commission, remember there's a $250 transaction fee. That $250, once it equates to $5,000, it hits $5,000, then you're eligible for the Icon program. And so it's the equivalent of 20 additional programs. And so they automatically give you back $8,000. So as soon as you're recognized as an Icon, they give you $8,000 in stock awards, okay? Next, so in order to get the rest of the $8,000, they have a few requirements that you must do. So they give you $4,000 awarded at the end of the Icon year if the cultural requirements is met. So let me pause real quick. So the $8,000 is the initial $8,000 they give you back is a 3-year vesting period. After the calendar year, after you've hit Icon, once you've hit all of the cultural requirements, they award you $4,000, and that has a 2-year vesting period. So it actually is going to hit at the same time as the $8,000. And then once you go to the shareholders conference and the eXp con, that each one of those are going to give you back $2,000 in stock awards, which is great. So basically, it may cost you about $2,000 to get to those events and stay and pay for a hotel and everything. But the good news is you're going to get paid that back. So it's a good trade-off, to be honest with you, because I feel like you always learn more whenever you go to a conference. So take advantage of these programs to get your money back. And when they give it to you in stock, it's even better. So, and of course, that these stock awards, whenever you go to these events, these do not have a vesting period. So yes, you get $16K back. 12 of that will vest after 3 years, as long as you hit the cultural requirements and you're recognized as Icon. But the other 4,000 will be immediate, which is great. So as long as you go to the events, you can get it back. So if you go to the events, you get the $2,000 and you're like, hey, I really needed that money back from going to the event, you can pull it out. It's pretty awesome. You can cash out. Number 5 is the agent equity program. Every agent in eXp needs to know about this to take advantage of it. So every agent has the option to be enrolled to be paid 5% of every transaction's commission in stock shares at a 10% discount. Let me explain. I'll relate this in just a second, but let me explain. So let's just say you get a $10,000 commission and you have enrolled in the agent equity program. They're going to take the 5% of that of that commission, and they're going to take that 5% and they're going to go buy the eXp stock at a 10% discount. So if it's trading at $11.26 today, a 10% discount will mean you'll get $1.26 off. So you'll buy it really at $10 a share is what's going to happen. So if you get that 10% discount, okay, if that makes sense. Now let me relate. A lot of people undermine the agent equity program when they're explaining it to agents, and I think a good way to say it is, I always tell people, I'm like, if you're talking to an agent, or if you're an agent watching this, you will probably be paying some type of franchise tag, some type of franchise fee, which is typically either 5 or usually 6%. In my experience, it's been 6% with the brokers I've been with. So you pay off the top of your commission, a 6% fee, and then you get your 70-30 or 80-20, whatever it is. And so that 6% franchise fee, that goes to paying the franchise, okay? So you may go, what does that even mean? So that pays for that little logo that you use on everything, okay? Now, you are renting that logo when you pay a franchise fee. With eXp, if you just say, you know what, I'm okay giving that 6% as long as I can get it back later. Because if you go to your brokerage and you say, hey, I've been paying that franchise fee for the past 5, 6, 2 years, whatever, and that's been a lot of money over time, I would like some of that back. And what's your broker going to do? They're probably going to laugh and say, no, you can't get it back. We can't get it back because it's a franchise fee. It goes to the franchise. And you're going to go, what does that mean? They're going to say, it pays for our our global marketing or something like that. They'll give you an excuse. But so with eXp, you could just say take 5%, call it your franchise fee. You can buy the stock at a 10% discount. So you're hedging the market 10%. And anytime, if you're not satisfied with that agent equity program, you can pull that out, because as you buy it, you can pull it out. Now, if you're awarded the stock, it's a little different because we have the vesting periods. But if you are purchasing the stock with your commissions at a 10% discount, yes, you could cash that out. So it's a really, really smart move. It's a good way to grow wealth. It's a good way to really take advantage of compound interest over time, because we know that one of the best ways to build wealth is to always set a portion of your income to the side and let it grow with the market. So the stock market's a good way to do that. You typically get 10% over the life of it each year, compounding. So it's a good way to grow your wealth. It's a good way to grow your retirement plan. So something to look into is that agent equity program. Okay. And so one thing you need to know here, eXp awards agents who strive for excellence with value through stock instead of plaques, trophies, and titles. This is something you will hear over and over and over again through interviews that I've done with agents that are producing, that are icon agents. They will all tell you they would rather get the stock back than get a trophy or an award. And some of those companies even charge the agent for the price of the plaque or trophy or award. So I would much rather have my money, because I could take that and take my kids on a vacation or do whatever I want with it, versus being stuck to something that's going to collect dust on a shelf. So that is the overview of the stock awards and purchases. If you have any questions, post them in the comments. If you have anything else that you guys want to cover on another mastermind, feel free to put them in the comments or reach out to me directly. If you're watching this and you are not a part of our eXp organization, this is my formal invite to have you contact me. You can just go to alexacuff.com and you can schedule a meeting with me there, where we'll go through kind of an exploratory meeting and go through exactly what your business looks like and what it could look like at eXp. If you'd like to see a calculator comparison of what you earned in the past 12 months versus what you would have earned at eXp, we can provide that too. So lots of solutions if you're watching this and not a part of eXp or our organization. Feel free to reach out to me. Like I said, alexacuff.com will take you everywhere you need to go. And other than that, we will see you guys on the next mastermind. Peace.